Yes, so yeah. I'm going to share my screen. Are you seeing the screen? So today we are continuing with writing Cairo smart contracts. I don't know what to have that you guys have done earlier before now. There are some few stuff they sent to me that I should take you guys. So have you done anything on Scab? How to install Scab, set it up? They're comfortable, you can do that one now. Everybody's okay with that one. People online. I want to tell you a video. There are some people online. According to Sam, he said some people are joining online. So yeah, I want to like carry everybody along. And then I don't think this is connecting to the HTML.
Yes, HTML is for you. You just do your screen or HTML.
I'll let people just a minute, please. Yeah, so let's continue. Like just on Scab, I want to like show us just one way of setting up Scab very easily. Then we continue to other things. So you're seeing the terminal, right? Okay, yeah. On my system. I've seen it. Oh, so have you guys installed this SM Forge? Yeah. Have you installed it? No, like have you anybody asked you to install SM Forge like Starknet Foundry?
Yes,
It's for testing. Oh, okay. So if you like you want to create a new project, instead of you going to like do manual setting of SM Forge and Scab and all those ones, you can just run SM Forge unit name of your project. and then it will scaffold everything for you on the scap.html. So instead that you see your dependencies and everything set up already for you. Yeah, so like something like this. Simple unit. Okay. It has created already. So if you open it, so if you look at this, the TML file, everything is already there. So you have your SM Forge dependency, your scab package, and everything is there. Even the Starknet version is there too. Eh? Okay. Who is ready raising his hands? You can ask your question. If I have a question, just ask. Okay. Check the chat. You see. Eka somebody. You can ask your question.
Jesus.
Okay. Are you the person? Oh, okay. Oh, wow. So I'm not going to go into configuring scab for Starknet. I think everybody is already conversant with that one. I'll just be a time waste. So creating interface. Have you done anything on interfaces on Cairo? No. So okay, it's just like your normal interface in Solidity. The difference is just that it's now on Cairo, so it works the same way and everything. We're just going to do a simple demo. Okay, it's okay now. You guys know these ones now. Abi? Like if you want to use, you don't want to use, like that's what they call library, binary and library. So some people use main instead of using library. They prefer to use main, like that's what they call main function in Rust. And you know that Cairo is similar to Rust. So this is just the basic. If you want to have multiple files, you go this route. So this one is just the name of the file here, mod before the name. Then you come here, and then you can do what you want to do. And it will now be connected to the system through the library that is here. So let's just write a small, eh? Oh, okay. Let's do a small interface, just something basic. So first of all, you have to like set an annotation that you are creating an interface. That's why you have this first line. If it's a contract you want to create, This one be a contract. Like instead of interface, I have a contract. So it's telling the compiler that okay, we are creating an interface. It will now generate both your dispatchers and everything for you. We'll still come to that. So the name of the interface may be IE ROC20. If you have any question, just ask. So this is the basic setup. If you have set it up like this, you can now define your function signatures. You know what is function signatures, right? So when you have something like this, you can now easily define your signatures inside it that you now use in the main contract. So maybe you have something like transfer. So I did something inside this function. Can you guys see there highlighted this Starknet now? This Starknet contract address. So contract address, you don't have it by default, unlike in Solidity. You know, when you are writing Solidity, you don't have to import your contract address. It's there by default. Like it's like a type, not contract type. It's like a type. So when you have your address in Solidity, is the way you have contract address in Cairo. So instead of saying normally in Solidity, you just import. But now in Cairo, you have to import the contract address, use it. So that's either you do it this way, or you come here. How many of you know Rust? Like the basic Rust? Anybody? Okay, what is that now? What? So the same way you import modules in Rust, yeah, it's the same way you import modules into a Cairo contract. So you do use instead of import. If it's Solidity, you'll be doing import this one or that one. In Cairo, you are using just use what's it now? So use Starknet contract address. So if you have it this way, if you import it like this, you don't need to add this thing here again. You can just set the type without having to like include the Starknet in front. So that's it.
So, question.
Okay.
So, you said this contract address, like,
Sorry.
what is it? You know, in like this contract address, the way we had it in Solidity, where address is the type, right? Is that what you're trying to
I
explain?
didn't get the
Because
question.
I didn't really
Your
get
network,
what you're
your
trying
network
to.
was breaking up. Can you just repeat once?
Okay, contract address.
Yeah.
I don't understand this address analogy, like, because you in Solidity we have address as a type,
Yes.
right? If I remember correctly. Yes. So now, is it that we don't have it as a type here that you have to import it?
It's a type actually, but it's not there by default. You have to import it. So because the reason is because it's not all the time you might need to use a contract address as a type in your contract or in your program. Because there's a difference between a Cairo program and the Starknet contract. You guys know? They have taught you that one.
No.
Okay, yeah. So sometimes you might not actually need to use an address as a type in your contract. So I think maybe later in the future they might add it as a default type, but for now I have to import it.
Okay, so this contract address now, is it pointing to the contract address for my own person that is deploying it? Or I have to do some computation inside now to let it know that it's my own? Or like, wait, what am I even saying? Eh,
Don't worry, I get the way you like the way okay, let me do something. Assuming you are writing solidity now, okay, I have to do share. Have I even still remember this? Maybe this is solidity now. Your pass address owner share.
yeah.
Yeah, so the same way you pass this address is the same way you pass this. It's not pointing to anything specifically right now. You're just telling the contract that okay, this is a contract address. The same way you have your integer and your maybe your boolean.
Okay, I get it now. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Okay. So you're passing the address and then amount. So in Cairo we use unsigned integer. I don't know. Okay, no, sorry to use uint, uint. So instead of writing uint, we'll just use yo and 256. And that's understood. Yes. You mean this one I'm writing now? This is just an interface. Just if you look here, you see it's just an interface. So you are designing the contract signatures, the function signatures. Yeah. 1 minute. I need to like restart this VS Code. So it's better now. So inside, if you are writing interface, you don't have this. So there's no implementation. I hope all of us know now, right? If you are writing interface, no implementation. Like you don't have this solid braces. So just finish and put your semicolon. So maybe um, um, is it clear? You guys are following that?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Good. So this is just an interface. Just a minor, like the basic maybe demonstration of what an interface is and how to write interfaces in Cairo. So, okay, let me just go further. If you want to like use it in a contract, like you guys have done something on contracts, right? Like how to write contracts in Cairo. Abi,
Not really.
are you serious? Wait. I thought they have done like the basic introductions for your brains.
So we've done like small, but what you are doing now is making it clear. So you can.
Okay, so let's just use these two contracts in two functions in a contract from the interface. Okay, let's do something else. If you have questions, just ask. Are you following?
Yes, sir.
And the interface, we don't have anything like module. But now we have module inside the contract because each Starknet contract is a module on its own.
So is it possible for us to write this contract inside of that place that we have the interface?
Yes, it's possible. Okay, maybe we can just start it here, then move to the other file.
I think we can just continue with doing it in separate files.
1 minute,
Because
1 minute, please. I'm coming.
The question of the installation. So I'm getting this error, universal serial compiler not found, something like that. But I was able to install it in my laptop with folder. So but in my VS Code now, I'm now working directory, like say a project, in the project. I'm trying to get that universal compiler now. It's not, it's as if it's not reading it.
Is it the scab?
Huh?
Is it scab? Like your
Yes, like I'm trying to do scab test. So it's failing with universal, cannot find universal serial compiler. So but I've already run it and installed it on the Mac itself.
how did you install it? Did you
In the root directory?
like how did you use ASDF or just did normal?
Yeah, I used ASDF.
And you made it global. Like if you're following the documentation after the installation, I have to make it global so that you can access it from anywhere in the system. Okay. So please, who was talking? You can continue your question now.
yeah, so I was saying that you can just continue with doing it in separate files because the example that Faith showed us, she did it in the same file. So it'd be nice to know that we can do it in separate files.
Okay, let's just do it if you do both. Okay, let's start with this, then we move it to the other side. So we are going to need just two modules from this interface. The tricky thing is once you define an interface in Cairo, the compiler will generate your dispatchers for you. What they call dispatchers is like do you guys know anything about delegate call? So if you want to make any external call in Cairo, what you use is dispatcher. Dispatcher is like, how to explain it? It's like a system call that makes that call for you. So we call it dispatcher. You have a library dispatcher and contract dispatchers. So I think, okay. If you want to use, you are calling a contract that's already deployed on chain. maybe on testnet or maybe mainnet. What we use is contract dispatchers. So just passing the normal interfaces, passing the address to the interface, then make your call. Yeah. Then if you are calling and on, maybe you have declared it. Chief, up. If you have declared the contract but you have not deployed, have you done anything on how to declare contracts and deploy on Starknet? How to
Theory.
declare con Okay, no. All right. Please go on with your question. Somebody wants to question.
No.
Oh, okay. So if you have the contract, is declared, there's what they call to declare contract. To declare a contract in Cairo in Starknet is when you want to it's the first process before you can now deploy. If you declare you are uploading the bytecode, you know what is bytecode, right? Hello, you know what is bytecode? Very good.
Yes,
If
sir.
you are, if you are declaring, you are uploading the bytecode to the Starknet database, like net protocol. So now you have not deployed, you don't have contract address, but then the class hash, what they call class hash, is already deployed. Then you can make external calls to that class hash, access the functions inside that contract without deploying it. So that's how when you do library calls instead of contract calls. But we are just maybe later before we end, I'll show you guys how it works. So to use this interface that you have declared already, use it in your contract. You just do use super. Are we following?
So super, what are we using now?
Yes. Coming to your question asked earlier. So you have to use super. Super is okay. You want to use other file that is not within this. Yeah. So if it's outside, eh? I can't tell you. You use keyword. Do you see uses there? Mm. No, it depends on how you use it. If you want to import it like this, is okay. But then if you want to use it, maybe where you want to implement this interface, you can pass super here instead of importing it like this. Okay? Yes. So I just need, yeah, I can hear you. Go on.
So my question is, how do you, if I'm to import from another file, will this super still work, or if I'm just
No.
importing? So what do I
Don't
use
worry.
it on?
Just pay attention. After this, we just move to another file and I show you how to import it in another file.
Thank you.
Yeah. So if you're importing more than one module or more than one function from a particular, maybe a particular file or anything, you open it with curly braces and then separate it with commas. Instead of doing it now in many files, many lines, you just do it in one line. Yeah. So use super. I need the dispatcher, the thread dispatcher, and then this. Okay. I can also bring in around. So you see, there's no way that we deployed all these things you are seeing here. There's no way that I wrote all these things. But once you on your interface, the compiler will generate most of these things for you. Emmanuel, please, if you have a question, just ask. Let's continue. So the reason this is throwing error is because I've not declared my storage. Like I don't know if it's compulsory in Solidity, but before your Starknet contract must compile, you must have the storage struct. Like you must have. Yeah?
Yes, sir. This I as a 20 trade dispatcher and I as a 20 trade library dispatcher. Are they like default modules that they are bringing here? Or because I can see like you didn't define it in this outcome.
That's what I've been saying. Like if you have an interface, like maybe you wrote an interface to use in your contract, the compiler, Cairo compiler on the back end will just generate all these things for you. So if you pass the name of the interface and then pass concatenate it from it,
Well, I don't know about like let's say I'm not doing ER20 contract. Maybe I'm doing some other contract. I can name it so contract trade to
anything you name it, it will just pick out the title and then pass it like concatenate the whole stuff to it. So it doesn't matter the name. For example, now if you come here and maybe remove this trait, it's running out already. So it works based on the name of your interface.
Oh, okay. So this IRC20 has a dispatcher, it has a library dispatcher.
Yes. It's generated for you automatically by the compiler.
How do you see the content?
You don't need to see the content actually. You just have to like pass it. It's like what you pass in. This is just a function, I think. If you want, you can go to their core library, the Starknet core library, and then look at their core implementations. You see it there. And then these are just for making external calls, nothing else.
So I can see the functions inside that can be called and stuff like that. That's what I understand.
Yes. All these things, once you pass this, it will show you this function that we declared inside this interface. So, how do you set your this thing again in Solidity? Yes.
Okay, storage because once you write that inside the contract, whatever you write for your structure, everything is storage.
State variable. Yeah.
What is state variable? Yes.
Okay. So in Cairo, this is how we do it. So in Cairo, we pass it as a struct. But then we must annotate it with this storage so that the compiler will know that this is the storage variables. How do you pass in? Maybe owner. Even there's no more.
I just pass it over.
U56. Just what you need. in your contract as the variables is what we're passing into the storage struct. Okay, if you want to now implement this stuff you have in the interface, the functions in the interface, if you want to implement them, just no, let me just do it by myself. You know what the function of this?
Make it external.
Yes, to make it external. So now you do implement implement and also correct. This was what's her name? Now look, this is where you can either pass super and then add it, or you just use it from here. So this is this point now. You can do like this super. So you see everything there. Either you pass it like this, then you don't have to import it from here. Yes. So either you do it like this. Then instead of having there's what we call generic variables, generics in Rust. So this the contact state here is just a generic. What it does is just to holding any variable you want to pass here. This thing is just holding it for you as a dummy text. You know what is dummy text here? It's just a dummy text. You can use anything you write inside this place. It must not be the contract state. Some people use just T, just pass type, T for type. Then the important thing is to pass the contract state when you are implementing it here. Do we get? Good.
So I didn't get that. Please, can you invite me, please?
You say?
I didn't get that. Can you please go over it again?
Okay, but you can hear me, Sha?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. You see this contract state now? Hello?
Yes, I see the state. I see the
Yeah,
state.
yeah. So I was saying that this capital T here is just a generic, what we call generic in Rust and Cairo. So it's just a dummy text holding any data type that you will later pass in when you declare it in your contract. So for instance, now this thing now we can change it to maybe the contract state type. It will still work. If you like, you can just maybe do something like this. It will still work. Anything you put here will work. But then when you want to like use it in your contract as an interface, you want to like implement the interface, what you now is a must that you must pass the contract state. So instead of having this T here, instead of having the dummy text here, you now pass the contract state inside. Just replace this one with this one. Is it clear now?
Yes, it's clear.
Good.
Oh, so I can hear you.
Yeah.
So this contrast state, where is it coming from? Also from the core library.
I think if I'm to guess, I've not really looked at the core implementation of these stuff, but I think this is just maybe a kind of a struct or a function. I think it's a struct because it's passing everything, like everything inside this storage struct and all the implementations in your contract. So once you're passing the contract state, you can access all these stuffs here. And then you just pass self. Don't you still come to that self dot once we call self docs, we are referring to this contract state. And normally, what we implement as self in Rust and Cairo is the struct. So it might be confusing. Yeah, it might be confusing. But then just know that this will pass the whole contract state to self. So instead of using maybe contract state dot amount dot read, you just pass self dot amount dot read.
Okay, thank you.
Can you see this? So it's already throwing error because we did not implement these two stuff. That's why you're seeing this red listing. So So remember to make this error go away, just import the contact address. Same way we did it here.
So this implements IES 20 traits. That name, IES 20 traits. Is it a standard name or is it something that we
You can use anything you like. Just even if you like, use name of anybody from the village, it will pass.
I'm not doing that.
It will still pass. So it's compiling now because we are done with the just the skeleton though. We don't do any major work here. So that's how the interface works. And the funny thing is, in the newest versions of what they are using now, Starknet, you cannot write a contract without interface. Installing it is not compulsory. Last time I did solidity, it's not compulsory. But then, if you write only contracts in Starknet, they will not like the thing will compile. Everything will compile, but then the problem you have is until you want to deploy it or declare it, you do not see any class hash to like you do not see any Sierra file to declare. You just be empty.
You remove this impact,
If you remove this, and then like remove all these ones, these implementations. Leave only these two functions here. It will still work. You get? But then if when you go to this file here, this is the contract class. It's a JSON file. So if there's no interface, when you come here, you just see like one or two lines. These things will not be here. And then you cannot declare your contract or deploy it without this file, without all these figures here. So I don't know if they told you guys, Cairo is a provable, like is a ZK language. So majorly they are using Cairo as just, I think it's just to make it simpler for us to write provable programs or contracts. So these numbers here, I think there may be proofs or anything from the contract you wrote that I'm not going to pass. I think this is still a Sierra file. Did I explain Sierra to you guys? What Sierra is? Cousin, yeah. You have Sierra, you have cousin. Mm. Yeah. Nice. You have to like pass it through Sierra first before now go to cousin. So we are done with this. Let's do this on maybe to the other file. Let's do it on another file. So the first thing you do is to import the interface. So the interface is inside this file, ABC, inside file ABC. Not this. It's not IDD inside. This should be inside this. Let's look at this error. It's saying that this interface is not visible. So you can't access it from this file, because it's not public. But if you want to use your interface, or you want to use your contract, or maybe your struct in another file, like if you are building a complex project and you want to be exporting your functions on your files, you have to make them public. So this now I have to add pub at the beginning here. Are we together? Good. The error has disappeared.
So this huge project now, this project, is it because you are in a project directory?
So it's now you import your modules in Rust and Cairo. So you set the path, like the part of the module from the beginning from the folder down to the listing. But then ignore the SRC though. We are not passing the SRC, just the name of this thing and then the file. Okay, I was starting to want to connect. So this is how to use it in another file. First of all, you import it. Any questions so far? Online guys, can you guys still hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay. So no questions so far, huh? All right. Let's continue. So I don't need to start talking about private functions and public functions. Have you? You know how,
without that and then the one without the API is private.
yeah. But then there's what you call internal functions, though, in Cairo. Do you guys know how to work on it? Like if you want to write internal functions now, can you do it comfortably?
In Cairo,
Yes. Let's try some. So assuming maybe you have this your normal, okay, let's do something like this. Self dot um, as as so assuming you have maybe a helper function. You don't have to, no, you don't need to make it public or external. So You can just pass it here. And then outside this implementation now, outside this scope, like this implementation block, now do mm. So this generate rate will also like how do I explain it?
Generate an interface.
So it's for like working with internal functions. So if you want to do an internal like internal thread that is not you not import it or you not inherit it, you can just use generate thread. Implement
Does it mean we are only using it inside this particular function, this particular file?
inside this place back. Okay, yes, you cannot call it outside. It's not accessible outside this. You know, in Solidity, you still have your internal functions and your private functions. Instead of making it maybe public, this one, that one, you just leave it empty. You get? So if you don't want the function to be called from maybe from outside the contract, so this is another like interface that is internal. So just like run anything you want to do inside it. Still, you can also define your contract without this too. So just write your normal function without this external annotation. You get? So if you just do it like that without this, it still work, but then it will not be accessible outside the contract. So it's an internal contract or private contract. Sorry, function, not contract. You have something like this. So, such a as this. Just maybe a two, one or two stuff. All these ones are inbuilt modules and functions and Starknet. The way you have your global, global variable, what they call that in safe, MSG doesn't and the rest of them. What? So these ones are the equivalent on Starknet. They have get caller address, get contact address, many of them. So get block number. That timestamp is get block dot. Instead of doing block dot timestamp, you have get block timestamp. Then instead of doing msg dot sender, you have your get caller address. Instead of doing address this, here is the address this.
Address of
Yes, it's address this. So that is get contract address, this one. let's do some. This is after 5. See that if it's Rust, okay, it's also the same thing. There's what we call inference. Inference is when you don't have to pass the type. So like the compiler we okay guess and pass the appropriate type for you. So like this owner now, you can leave out this and then do what let owner is equal to maybe self dot owner dot read. So now the compiler knows that okay, this is contract address. Are you seeing it here?
Yeah. Without having a set function to set the owner of the contract. Can this function work? This set of owner or
It
every
will
contract?
return. There's what you call UDC. Do you guys did they teach anything about UDC, universal contract deployers on Starknet? Yes, yes. So when you deploy a contract, if you did not pass the average of test that's supposed to be done, if you do the constructor did owner is the get caller address. If you pick the address of that UDC and pass it for you as the owner, because that's the address that is deploying the contract.
That is the address of not the address of you that deploys.
The address of the universal deployer.
That means you have to do that set and get function.
You have to pass in the contract, like the address and the constructor. Yeah, I think we are still, if you have time, you look at ownable function contract. There's an ownable contract by is a component actually from OpenZeppelin. So use it to like.
What
are you saying? Good thing. Starknet is big. Like all these companies have, they might have some teams dedicated to Starknet. So OpenZeppelin too, they have their contract base. All the Solidity contracts that they have, they also have it on Starknet, and they are using new versions all the time. So maybe if there's time, this one is after 5 already. I was thinking that you not even exceed 30 minutes. So let's do constructor. You still mark it, then do FM construct on the right. Constructor like this. Contract state. Assignment. Then of course you know that you must pass your type. If you are passing argument, you must add the type. So it's same way it's in Solidity. It's also the same thing in Cairo. You must pass the type. That's why you're having this contract address. Self.owner. Right. So this is how you assign the owner of the contract, chief. Yeah. If you don't do this and then pass, maybe you pass get caller address as the owner. If you pick up the address of the universal deployer, and then you have lost that contract, and you can deploy a new one.
What I was saying is this. Now, for some contract I saw, I saw that the opposite define the set function and get function. Now, what the set function does is sets it fetch the address of the contract address, something like that. Fetch the address and set it right to self loads. This thing, like you put it in the storage. You put that owner in storage, that is owner contract address. So that then from that loads. Owner dot set dot
That's right.
right. Now go to get function.
Now return the address.
Self dots to return the address. So that's what I'm saying. I'm like, without doing that set and get,
Actually,
can we still get the employer's address without doing that set and get?
once you do this stuff now, once you pass this in your constructor, and you have your owner defined in your storage variable, it's already stored like this.
So the owner,
You don't need to set it again, especially unless you maybe want to like keep changing the owner. You can now use that set owner and be updating it.
so like this, set.
Yes. How many of you write TypeScript? Everybody that.
That's some lessons.
Very good. I want questions. So if you have question, ask.
Okay, sir, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, you said something about universal deployer losing my contract. Can you go over that again?
Okay. The thing is, on Starknet, there is what we call a universal deployer, UDC. The contract is, I think, is a sequencer self. It's address of a sequencer. The job is to just be listening to deploy syscall. That's what they call deploy syscall on Starknet. It's a function that deploys all the contracts on Starknet. So once that function rings on Starknet anywhere, it will pick up that contract and deploy for you. So it has an address. If you don't like, if you come to your maybe your contract now, instead of assigning this owner to this person, like you did not pass the owner as an argument. Let's say you did something like this. And then you did self dot owner dot right. So you come here and if you do anything like this, instead of you passing your own address as the person deploying the contract, the Starknet will pass the address of the universal deployer for you. Because it's not your account is not the actual account that is deploying the contract, it's the universal deployer. So do you get that?
Yes, that makes sense. That
Yeah.
makes sense.
The way you do require and solidity on Starknet, what you do is assert. So if you want to check that the person calling this contract is the actual owner, and you have your owner here, you have gotten the owner's address from the state this thing, and then this is the person calling the contract. All you need to do is just to confirm that owner is equal to caller. Then if it's not equal, that means it will throw error, it will panic. What do you call panic in Solidity? Error, Abi. Assert that caller is equal to owner. Not So it's as simple as that. This line will be checking that the person calling is the owner of the contract. So assuming you have this in your contract now, and you go and pass the universal deployer as the owner of the contract, that means you have lost access to the contract. You get that? So you have to be careful. This balance is supposed to be. It will be this thing of contract address and that's correct. So this is mapping. The normal mapping in Solidity. What to use is legacy map. So you're passing the types. I think in Solidity, all I would even do is you better.
So it's not now, it's not in contract address to the
Address of the owner and the balance. So owner is address, the balance is integer 256.
About, I saw dictionary. A dictionary is
So it's
like,
250. Yes. Yeah.
only that cannot keep always
Yes. Like legacy map, you can just first to start with, you cannot use mapping. Like this legacy map, you can only use it inside storage struct. So you cannot use it outside your storage struct. If not, it will throw error. So outside storage struct, you cannot use your dictionary 252 dict. So now you do. See, they told you guys it's not advisable for you to go and start writing your own token contract by yourself. I hope you know. You don't know.
So
It's not advisable for you to go and start writing your own token contract by yourself. Both NFT or token, like normal ERC20.
get confessed from them. Opposite to actually use opposite.
Use open settlement. Because it's more
So that's why-
secure and it's audited. Or let's say maybe you want to now maybe change some things. But then if not, just use open settlement.
So you teach them how to use it.
Okay.
So we didn't teach us how to use OpenZeppelin.
Let's just be going there. Maybe. So, and the funny thing is, I don't know if anybody's still going to teach you guys components. OpenZeppelin normally they don't have contacts again on Starknet, they have components. So it's not difficult anyway, just like import it and then use it. Maybe before I try to touch on it before I do. So let's balance and right. Put the transfer to happen. Any question? You understand that? Align people.
Yes, we feel like we are understanding, sir.
Very good. How about you don't say now? I'm not selling myself. You still understand that? Hello? You understand that? Very good. Let's continue. Just your normal, you can get it. So it's not like a painting. So you add to the person that is being paid to deduct from the person that is paying. Happy? Yes.
So a quick question, sir. Can you hear me?
Please, just 1 second, I'm coming. Okay, well, that's the macro sign. 34. If let me try something. If you put this thing like to throw error, that is not, you are not supposed to pass string literal. So it has to be double quote. It's the same thing, but if you are using macro, the string inside will now be on double quote instead of single quote. I think they started this one when they started using byte array. So we have normal string on Starknet now, the one that is within 32 bits long, and we have something that is the new one now. You can use any arbitrary amount of numbers of letters. So it's now byte rate that is longer. Where you have str and Rust and you have string. So string is smaller. Like I think it's 32 bits or so on Starknet. But if you want to now use longer, maybe you want to deploy NFT and maybe the URI is wrong, you now use byte array. So let's do this. So I've seen it now. The error has cleared. So I noticed something. When I was like writing this function without using the generate thread, the thing was throwing error here. You notice? Wait. The function, the contract could not see, like this function could not see this function down here. Because that nothing is expecting it. So I have to like define it inside this internal thread so that it can see it. Are we following? Yeah?
No. Come again, please.
Like if you want to like write internal functions in Cairo, Cairo smart contract, you have to like generate the thread. So you must annotate it with generate thread and then implement this private thread or internal thread. If not, you cannot call this function inside your contract because these ones cannot see it.
That this private that I should went to, say standard name or any name we want.
Is standard for
So it must be
private trade.
and it must be like that name private and private space must be used.
I think private should be arbitrary. Private trade must be used. Let me try something. It still works, right? But then anything, I think anything you change, I should try an error. Funny enough, it still sees. Okay. Okay, it's because of the generated trade. So yeah. I think once we have this generated traits, yeah, anything you write will pass. Because this is actually the thing that is doing the actual work is this. So assuming you have deployed, have you done anything on dispatchers? Okay, yeah. Sorry, someone had a question before. Please, who is that person? Who was that person?
Was about to implement private trades you just did now. So I answered my question already.
Okay, that you have gotten the answer now. Hello, are you cleared now, Emmanuel?
Yes, I am. Thank you.
Cool. Let's continue. So have you guys done anything on dispatchers? Contract dispatchers and library dispatchers? 525.
No.
No.
It's another contract. Nice. Let's quickly touch on how to emit events. So this one is just simple, just follow. There's no need to. There'll be no confusion on this. So let's emit events. No question, Abby. Yes, let's continue. Without question asked. What question asked? You understand, Abby? Hello?
Yes.
Any questions? Yes, it's an event. No question, Abby. Let's continue. Okay?
Why is it still not straightforward?
You say it's not so straightforward. Actually, I'm not a core engineer. I don't know why they have to do it like this. But then it's how it is. You just follow it. So first of all, you have to show that it's an event with this annotation here. Then you have to derive. You sabi this one, Algarost. Yeah, this particular line. You have to like what you do with derive is to import the thread you need to run this struct and the enums. So drop is there's what they call ownership in Rust. Have you? Uh-huh. So each variable in Rust has an owner, and once it goes out of scope, it have to be dropped. Yeah, so that's why you have this drop. Drop is just a function to drop this enum or struct once it goes out of scope. The reason is because they don't have default implementation for it. If it's other data types like string, integer, boolean, they can drop them automatically. But then this one's now I have to annotate it with a drop so that they will know that they're supposed to drop after they are done. Then this Starknet event is just to mark it as an event, nothing else. Then first of all, pass all your events, like the whole event that are going to be passing in that contract. All of them should be inside this enum. So assuming I have maybe transferred allowance, all this of type allowance, all these ones, then also I have to now come and write a struct for it too. So we are following, Adi. Are we following? It's just the same. The only thing is that inside this enum now you are defining all the events are going to be emitting in the contract. So now you now start to define the events one after the other. Then if you want to now emit the event, okay, inside here now you have finished writing the logic. What we just have to do is do self dot emit. I'm going to emit transferred. But you know that it's a struct. So you have to is it discussion you call it or what? Like we have just do this. The first variable, yeah, and the first argument is sender. Then you have receiver and the amount. So come here, pass owner, receiver, amount. Oh, wait. That's the connecting. Sender. Change receiver. So it's the exact word. You have to pass in the exact word inside the struct for it to work. Are you following? Good. But then if you don't want to like start like duplicating the stuff, if you don't want to like come and write sender and then write maybe owner or anything like that, this one is sender bar. You have sender, have receiver, and you have amount. What you can just do is come here, change this your owner to sender, then receiver. Also, this change it to receiver. You can just come here and clean all these ones off. And you are good. It doesn't make sense for you to be stressing yourself and be writing maybe sender and then put colon and start writing owner again. Just like use the same word and pass all of them once. Make it easy for you and they make it makes it more professional. Any question? No, Abby? Let's continue. So I'm done with the event and how to handle the event in Cairo. Let's do dispatchers, pamper dispatchers and library dispatchers. Then we know that you're almost 66. How many hours this class supposed to last? Are you serious? Let's continue. So we are done with the basic contract and the interfaces and the events and how to emit them. Let's just assume that we have deployed this contract. Okay. Back at on I'll work on it later. Let's assume that we have deployed this contract and they want to like make external calls to it. So I told us before that if you want to make external calls, what to use is contract dispatchers, especially to contract that you have deployed already. If you want to contract that you have already deployed, use contract dispatchers. If you are calling class ashes, like classes, there's what you call classes in Starknet. If you are calling classes, you use library dispatchers. They are calling the contract, but they have not deployed the contract. What they are just calling is, how do I even explain it? It's crazy, actually. That's why Starknet is far more advanced than Solidity. So I can't compare Cairo and.
Like, for instance, now, all this ones now, it's actually making sense in some ways. You know that
It's complicated.
Used to, but I mean, at the end of
there is nothing you want to tell me that I go back to Solidity again. That rubbish should be shaking. Every small thing you do, you just be getting stuck too deep. Any small thing is contract size is max. But no, I can't do Solidity again. Then easy. Too deep.
So are you saying Solidity is more difficult than Cairo?
Actually, it's simpler. Solidity is simpler. Because it was built on purpose to be simple. So it's simpler to learn and write down Cairo. If I want to do events in Solidity, right, we do not this enorm struct and all these ones. Right? Each one is serving their own purposes. Wow, someone is joining. Nice. Yeah. Black Adam. Yeah. What are you looking for inside this call?
My boss. Can we continue,
What are
please?
you here to do, this guy?
Nothing, sir. Nothing, sir.
I'm trying to. You understand delegate call well. Like all of us are doing delegate call very well. Wait, do you have people that are not from West Africa? I beg if you cannot understanding pidgin, please identify. I wait, yeah, in Nigeria since how many weeks, have been months? Can't understand simple pidgin English. No way. When I went to Kenya, I was speaking like Kenyan people. So if you come to Nigeria, speak like us too. Oh my God. So to make external calls to contract, we are using dispatchers. So if you look at this, I did not import the trait itself. There's no ERC20 trait or anything there, just dispatchers. So we import the dispatcher and dispatcher trait.
This dispatcher, what are they exactly?
There's like they make underground external calls to contract. The same way you do your interface in Solidity, you do ERC20 contract address dot transfer or anything. It's the same way this works too. Yeah. So instead of you doing the name of the trade dot call dot transfer, you pass this dispatcher, pass the contract address, then you can make your calls. So I have something like maybe this one is the old one. With 4 people just start writing and say it's me that issue. And then yeah, let's just all things are passed away. Why I'm doing this is that so you guys can understand that it's also possible to like pass this direct without having to import it. Are we together? Normally, I should just import it and then do what I'm doing. I'm just doing the extra stress. This is a dummy text. All of us, they hear me that. Don't go and write this inside your contract. Though. You just like I want to just pass address inside there. So you just like to show you guys, okay, this is the way to do this. So pass.
Since 1, 2, 3, 4 an address that goes to 252. Why are you trying to another place?
1, 2, 3, 4 is an integer.
I thought if you do not give it a type, you automatically falls to
Fails.
fails.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4 is an integer. If I remove these ones, numeric, are you seeing from numeric literal? So he's seeing this as integer, not as address.
If it doesn't get an address, say OS, you have to do that trying to stay up to it.
That's trying to is like just to convert your normal field.
Yes, that's type.
Yes. So you still have to do it. So if you look at inside this modules or functions inside this place now, you find that okay, you have transfer here, you have transfer from. So even without importing the thread from the other file, you've already seen the functions inside that thread. So you have access to all the functions. This is what they call a contract dispatcher calls. Passing the contract address of that contract, maybe if it's ERC20, just passing the address of the ERC20 contract that you deployed on another contract, and then the dispatcher to be making calls to that contract.
So I understand that this house, this dispatcher now, is what we can be using to interact with the contracts, or where we hit it, or where we hit. And because I understand that this IS20 that was originally written, the interface was written like straight, was written where there was.
You don't even need, the funny thing is, you don't need a contract or any to import a contract here. You don't need to import any stuff. The only thing you need is just this dispatcher here.
Yeah, like where are we going? This dispatcher traits that we imported now. Like I'm trying to understand that this dispatcher trait is like another interface, or is it?
I don't think it's an interface. I think it's just maybe a function or a module that is doing the syscall behind the scene. Yeah. So passing the argument and everything is fine. So any question on this? Eh? Oh, okay. Yes. Or you have deployed the contract on Starknet. You have your contract address. Then, if you want to make call to that contract that you deployed already, what you just need is to import. Okay, we have normal ERC20 dispatchers. Even you don't even need to write it, it's already on Open Zeppelin. You can just import it into your contract and then write a function to make a call to that contract. You get? Once you bring that dispatcher, pass the address of the contract, you can call any function, provided it's a standard function. Exactly. That's the function signature. Don't finish. That's just the same thing. Okay, all contracts is called given. Apart from dispatcher calls, contract and library dispatcher calls, there's another low-level syscall. That's the one you're talking about now. So I think that one you also, I think they also pass if the class H say or something. There are things you pass to that one to make the call. It's another, it's advanced kind of, not advanced, sha. It's not what they asked me to do. Don't ask me to teach you this. Let's understand this one first. Okay, let's just do these things together. I also 22 and so I mentioned earlier the difference between contract calls and library calls is for contract call you're using contract address. This one now for library calls, you are passing them the class hash. Class hash is like byte code. Let me just break it down for us. Class hash is like, it's not byte code they say, but it's like byte code. What it means that when when you declare a contract on Starknet, they upload your contract byte code, the protocol, and then they return like what they return to is like a contract address, but it's not an address. What they call it is class hash. They just hash the key of the place they stored the class hash and return the hash for you. What we call it is class hash. Any question? No question. Let's continue. So that class hash is what we passed here. We pass the class hash here because when you are doing library call, you are not making call to the first contract. So the only way you can access that class hash, the contract byte code is using the class hash. Do we get? My, you think that I'm trying to like break it down to understand it. They do get it.
Yes.
Good.
You call it library call. Library call.
I don't understand.
So you call it like this kind of call. You call it library call.
Library, like library call. We are
So
making
library call.
yes, not
So like this one now for this point now, it's not like normal transfer contract.
no, like it's not like normal external calls. You know, you do normal external calls in Solidity, but
Yes.
This one now that we're talking about is more like your normal external course. Because when you make external course on Solidity, you are passing contract address of that contract. But try to remember. Yes, I do. Good. But now, when you want to make library calls on Starknet, instead of passing contract address, you are passing class hash.
That's as for that contract.
Yes.
But why pass class and why not just pass contract?
You have options. Either I call you, maybe I don't deploy your contract, or I don't deploy it, but it's declared. Maybe for safety purposes. You cannot hack a declared contract, but you can hack a deployed contract. You get? So you're getting now. So some people might think, okay, it's safer for us to just declare it and then be making library calls to it. You don't have access to their contract.
So this one, I would want declaring it or it has been declared.
It has been declared already. Yes.
Like opens the new library.
I don't think Open Zeppelin declared the contract. They just have library. Open Zeppelin is just library. Check, you know, it's not a contract because they are not deployed.
That's why I say like.
Yes. But then the reason you cannot make library call to Open Zeppelin is because they are not declared. Are you getting it now? So unless maybe you import it, declare it by yourself, you can now start making calls to them. I think you can declare Open Zeppelin contract on Starknet because they are just components, they are not real contract. And I don't think you can deploy components. It must be embedded. Okay. There's no time.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, okay, I'm hearing you.
Okay, so a quick question. Line 5, you
Yeah.
are trying to inside that file, you are doing the IERC20 dispatcher, the dispatcher traits, then the library dispatcher. So my
Yes.
question is, these dispatchers you've imported here, they were created as a result of using the traits in the file ABC. Am I correct, please?
Yes.
So lastly, on line 6, you did use Starknet, then you said you are importing multiple things, contract address, class hash, and then class hash. This, I think this, should I call them constant now? Is there a place where we could get a list of all these constants and like their meanings so that we could use them if we want to?
I don't know. Have you guys
Sorry?
checked have you checked Cairo book?
Oh, okay, I'll check that for
Just
it.
try
Then
and see
this,
if they are listed there, but I don't think so.
okay.
Any other question?
So this implementation now, you said we are trying to use the class hash because when you like declare to generate a class hash for you, and that's what you use. So
Yes.
if in a case I'm to like do a testing situation and I'm not like trying to declare first, is there a way I could like get the class hash within the file to like run my test?
There are two things you might do. One is to declare the contract on testnet and then fork testnet. You guys have done fork testnet, Abi? Hello, sir. Do you have any idea about
We have
fork
not started. We've not started testing yet. The reason why I mentioned it is because you did something aside in the previous file, so that's why it just occurred to me now. Not done testing yet at all.
The second way you might want to use it in your testing is I can't enter testing now. It will take my time. But let me show you something. There's one contribution I'm doing on Starknet by example, and it's on this library course. Let me just open it and show you guys something. Advanced concept. So look at this test. Can you see it?
Yeah, I can see it.
Very good. If you are testing your contract and they're doing library calls, maybe you don't want to declare the contract, or maybe it's too much stress for you, you can use this setup. This test class hash is a default test class hash on Starknet. It's just for testing. So this is the name of your contract. If you pass the name of your of the contract, then you pass this test class hash, and then you unwrap it. This will give you like a test environment for you to like test your library calls and know whether they're actually making the calls. But then if you want to recheck that, although there's no way for you to recheck, I think this will just this works just fine. So if you want to test your contract, you can use this. But then this is not this is beyond what you are doing now. I think the person that will take you on test will still touch these stuffs. Okay,
All right, thank you.
very good. Back to business. So yeah, okay. So it's simple to just to pass in this. So instead of using normal dispatcher, we're using library dispatcher here. You are following, Ari? Then open your code addresses.
So this is just where it's that like this.
Open your this thing, pass in the class hash. And we are good to go.
But in the contract of Cairo, you didn't implement those traits.
I implemented it.
So, I thought you invited that. Oh, okay.
All this AI stuff. Rebecca. We don't finish now. Deploying to testnet. I'm not going to deploy to testnet. I'm going to give you a link to my articles on Starknet. So you guys can do that one on your own. If you have any questions, you can contact me on WhatsApp, no, not WhatsApp, Telegram or Twitter. Why not? Yes. I think what I have here is my think it's my Twitter. Oh, I'll send my username in the chat in this call chat. So how to deploy to testnet? Let's set our time up here. I must see this comment. It's very easy. Uh, and also still do this. Nifty,
As you sent it in
So I was telling you guys that solidity is like a bed, a cash bed. You put it inside cage and lock it. So it's like a caged bed. But then with Cairo now, if maybe you deploy a contract, there's a bug or a mistake, you can easily like upgrade it natively. You don't have to go and deploy another contract or deploy diamond contract. You just there is a low level score. So just go through the article if you have time, Sha, to explain everything.
So meaning that within a contract to get this money and go back, upgrade the contract to fetch the same level. And then get
It's your money, you enjoy your money.
no, like, let's say I read the contract of this class.
They put money at it.
So
You now upgrade the
so I can
contract
go and
and collect.
upgrade it in such a way that
Very easy.
no, I'm not saying because you're trying to pass solidity to just start.
No, but then how many projects have you seen on Solid that put their investors? It's not about a question of technology, it's about a question of people, the people behind it.
I know, but I mean, it just made this one just made
It's even simpler because if you know that it's upgraded, you know that people are watching you. But then if you say you deploy your non-upgradable contract and then you go behind it and still steal people's money.
so if you go on upgraded, once they split through and they see that they don't look good for anything, it's there forever.
Even the ones that they are audited by Nethermind and all those ones, they still look good. Jay is not when you write a contract, there must be somebody that has right to withdraw or transfer out money. Otherwise, it will be locked forever. Oh, sorry. Jay is the thief. I tell people it's not about the technology. Technology is just there for us to use. It's now the mind of the people that are using it. You have gun, everybody have gun. It's now you that will carry it and shoot another person. And then you say gun, kill people. Meanwhile, it's people that kill people. Something like that. Oh, so I think we're almost done. Any questions so far? No question, man. You know anything about Dojo? Dojo, yeah. Dojo. Second engine on Starknet. So they have this tool called Katana. Katana is like a sequencer. No, it's a sequencer. Yes.
No,
It's not business. Have you people not done Starknet architecture?
it's those first, when a lot of people say,
How many of us did the best camp?
at the end of the day, a lot of things you say, it's not really grand, you want to go like, but for me, I'm not going to this.
What you learned about mempool?
Yes,
Mempool, you know, all of us know that.
yes.
Uh-huh. So fine, there's no time. On EVM, we have mempools that okay, miners will now be the validators will now be picking
Yes.
transactions. On Starknet and other L2s, we have sequencers. So on Starknet, there's no mempool. There's no like, okay, we are looking for the transaction with the highest gas fee. All of us understand that. I'm not speaking.
No.
Good. There's nothing like we are looking for one with highest gas fee. Everything is like let's confess serve on Starknet. So what happens is once you emit transaction, sequencers will now pick it up, and then okay, check, everything is intact. Maybe they're checking for maybe signature, gas fee, and make sure that everything's intact. They will now send it to easy proof and now the execution where you are waiting the recording. But then
whether I'll send it, not that it will start itself and then
once they send it, Spencer picks it up, checks it, and make sure that it's well
yes,
arranged, and then they will now emit it to the market has accepted, and then emit it to the next. I think
yes,
is the prover. Abi, prover will now do the normal sequencing and then send to verify like that. So let's just like I'll show you how to install Katana. Then I think you follow the article and then you might run into some errors. Yes, you can use it to run local nodes. It's like Foundry had. You can like use it to run local node. It will give you some account with pre-funded ETH and all those ones that can use to make transactions. Yeah, so are we seeing the screen? So this complete this. Once this one passes, once it finishes, you then run the job. So are we installing it? Yeah? Is that? Oh, okay. So, oh.
this one.
You copy the whole stuff, not only the link. Start from the core, then end with the bash. Copy everything together. Do you guys know how to use ASDF installations?
No, I don't know how to use it.
Ah,
So you will not
ASDF. I think I'll send you their link. In short, use find. You go to find.com, PHIND.com. Then how to type how to install ASDF on the Ubuntu. Follow their this thing. Just be copying and pasting it will work. Then after installation, you can now start using it to install tools and other stuff. So if you're using ASDF,
Hello, sir.
yes,
That's installed, but when I run the job, it did not work. Am I supposed to put something before the job?
open another tab, another terminal, and then run the job.
Okay.
It's supposed to work.
Oh yes, it works. Thank you.
So if you finish your installations, run this command.
So what does this command do? This is the same thing.
Eh?
This command that you just sent now, what does it do?
Run it first. If you finish your installation, just
Oh,
run the command.
okay.
Has anyone run it? Are you seeing something? See? Yeah, good, good. So if you run it, you should be seeing a contract and account for testing. This is like your local node, it's just for testing purpose. So if you are here, that means you have reached the end of the marathon. Use the article and then follow the procedure and you can deploy contracts on Katana. Wait, do you have Stackly? Do you guys have Stackly installed? Stackly, Stackly, anyone? Anyone you call it? Are you serious? Yeah, on the
We are doing it from the browser.
Stackly CLI. Yes. Have
Oh,
you guys installed it? Wait, have you guys
no.
like you have not done anything on Starknet contract before? Eh? Eh? Okay, Stackly is for declaring and deploying contracts. But let me get inside you can install it. Let me see. Eh? Have you finished? It's installed,
Yes,
but you cannot run the job.
yes.
Let me see. Yes, yes. If you scroll up, you see Katana at the beginning.
This thing is stored, but I tried to install it again. Stop.
Open another thing. Yes. Do the job. Mark, have you? I don't know, sound. I will send you a link.
Okay.
Yes, follow that. There's another way you can install it. Do that one and see if it will work. And I know game on the end is Mark. Now big man, big trouble.
Yes. Yes. How do I add this part? Okay, let me stress it.
Okay. Oh, okay.
What about the stuff here, like how do we install it?
I'm coming. Let me send you the link so I can install that one too. Let's see. Apply. Need to confirm this is working. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Well, no.
So use the link I sent now to install the command to Starknet. So if you finish, just run Starknet up.
Yeah, it didn't work. I will keep it.
Which new link?
No, this one is saying, no, like I was telling you, that that's the ones you suggested. It's
The new link is not for Dojo. It's for, don't worry, let me get the link for you to run the thing. It's not working. Permission denied. Put sudo. Are you using Windows? Okay, put sudo before if it's permission denied. Let me see. Saying what? Copy everything. What do you copy?
From here, all its skills.
And the same what? Permission denied. Eh? Permission denied. Something happened. Wait, let me check that. See if they have another. Wait, supposed to ask for the password.
You know, I put in the password already. The first time I did studio.
Oh, I still 9. It's right.
Please send me this badge and send me. Yes.
I'm so ready.
Was the same. Is there any other person having the same issue? Permission denied. For the stack line,
Permission denied. Use sudo now.
it's still the same issue, even after using sudo. Okay, it's only with a second. That means it might be from your system. Okay, so we have finished installing stack live. Huh? You don't install Dojo because of what?
That's
The
it's
it's not seeing
not,
the
it's not seeing it.
not seeing it. Right now.
Yes, it's not.
Boss, check the link I just sent. Use it and try and install. Is it done now?
Yes. I think it's successful, right?
Yes, just then simply run Starknet.
So don't mind this one.
No. Just open another terminal and then run Starknet. Yes. So now it's time for questions. So if you have any question, just ask now. I'll be done in 4 or 5 minutes. How does a laptop get out of range? I don't know.
Software is
Much people. Big man, big wahala. Big man, big wahala. Which Linux version are you using?
I don't understand the Linux version.
Is he actually? Oh wow.
That guy use a just like using it WhatsApp, make it WhatsApp. I am still making noise. You know, you know when you see properly. Let me WhatsApp, make it WhatsApp. You go carry am, you go show you see.
Yeah, Emmanuel, go on.
I don't have cargo.
Okay, so I've successfully installed Starknet and I've run Starknet up, and installation is successful. Downloaded everything from GitHub, I suppose. So what next?
Oh, okay. I will send you documentation for Starknet. So it's just for if you finish writing contract, you can use Starknet to declare. You can use Starknet to declare or deploy.
Oh, I see.
So it's just a CLI. It's command line interface for declaring and deploying contracts on Starknet. Do you get that?
Yeah, I got it. So is that will that be all for today? Or there's more?
I'm almost done. Yes. If I sent some links to you. So if you maybe you practice, you have a contract you want to like test, deploy or declare. I have if you want to deploy on testnet or if you want to deploy on local mode, see this deployed on Katana. Follow the article, you deploy on local mode. So if you want to deploy on testnet, follow the first article. Deploy on testnet or mainnet. It's like straightforward like that. Then if you have any issues, ping me on Telegram or Twitter. Yes, Victoria.
So do you have an idea when the master class is ending?
I'm not sure. Not sure. I have to like check. I think they have some of those details in their Telegram channel. Not sure. So, Emmanuel, any other question?
No, I'm good for now. Thank you.
Sister. Who is still having issues? What are you facing now? Which one are you facing now? What? Wait. Some of this, I think, Chief, come. Before you can run some of this stuff, you can install some of, I think, Scab and the rest of them. You have to have Cargo installed in your system. Cargo, like Rust compiler.
Like this cargo that I'm even talking about, he gave me an issue there. Then you know that issue, I installed cargo, but now I'm trying to use cargo to run. He's telling me that cargo not found.
When Peter get problem with Emmanuel, Peter get problem with Paul. The issue might be from Peter actually. So check your laptop where. Check your laptop where. So guys, we are going to end it here for today. So let me just drop my Telegram username in case if you have any question, I can just ping me on Telegram. But I don't think I don't have any knowledge.
The second one.
See, but I think just do something before we leave. See, one house. I want to see if you can deploy one contract on testnet before you go. Are we okay? Just one. Deploy one contract, then we call it a day. You still see my screen, Abby? Okay, let's do this. So I'm not sure, but normally you need a Sierra file. Like you need your contract to be compiled to Sierra. So before, I'm not sure about now. You have to come to your TOML file and then add it. So what you do is just to type Sierra is equal to like this. So once you do it, then compiler will now know, okay, I'm supposed to like compile to Sierra, then compile them to Cassie. So you save. Next thing to do is just to compile your contract. using Scab. Just build it. So if you see here, we have a new folder here, the target folder. Then if you open it, you see the dev, like this is where all your files, the Sierra files and everything is. So it will generate all these JSON files for you. Now, what we are interested in is this contact class.json file. This is what we use to like both declaring and deployment is the contact class file. So but first of all, you have to set your account. Like account is like, okay, you have to set the account you're going to use to deploy the contract. Because you know that every contract you're deploying on any protocol, it must be from an EOA. Like, wait, what's an EOA? EOA. So if you're deploying, you must deploy from an EOA. So for you to set it up, you first of all, like set both the key store instead of going to do the EMV, normal EMV that you used to do, and then import. You just import the file direct, it's encrypted. So import the key store and import the account itself. You now be passing them on the CLI. I'm not sure about this, but then let's do something like this now. At least some whisper. So I'm throwing the article. It's just simple like that. If you also throw the article, you get everything right. Now, is that I'm throwing. So this is to import the keys that you're going to use. Like is encrypted first, then is the details of your account. Like instead of you're going to pass your private key here, that you know is not advisable, it's not safe. So they encrypt the details they need from your account and pass it by themselves. Come again. I think it's kind of a signature, pseudo signature, because you are not passing. It's not going to collect your private key. Once you pass your private key here, it will use it to generate that keys, those keys, and they are encrypted. It's cipher and cipher text. It's just numbers and jargons. So if you click on this, it will request a private key. So now,
And the wallet private.
yes,
So that means that you don't need an EMP. So
no. I want to see my private key. Let's just use one private key from Katana.
now is this method and same thing is virtual
Katana is built inside Dojo.
because the installation you gave me is Katana. The second one.
Yes.
So if I install Katana now,
If you have to install Dojo, then Katana is embedded inside it. Like you have Sori and Katana. Anyone you use, just type the name.
Okay, like
come
I
up.
can read video or I can do that. So,
It's only Dojo. How do I explain this? Inside this laptop now, you have CPU, have maybe disk jacket and all those ones. But it's still inside this laptop. Inside Dojo, you have Katana one side, you have Sozo one side. So you must install it with Dojo off. Then the one you now need, you want to use, you now like pass it on the command line. That one will come up.
that's what I'm saying. Like now, when I'm done with like I don't know, it's funny. Let's say it's so complete. The activities that I want to do now, you have to now say video or
No. Just pass Katana.
just say that instead of video.
Mm. I'm going to paste the private key, but you not see it here. Like you not see it pasted. I don't know how they did it. Don't ask me questions. I've pasted it. So it's asking for a password. It's not your laptop's password. It's not more that it must be your laptop's password. You can just pass any number or anything you like. You know. Huh? When you want to deploy it, you ask for it. So it has created a new file for us. Keys.json. Have you seen it? Oh, of course, you can see it back. Open it. You're going to be find ciphertext inside. So look at the content. It's only jargons that you see here. Me, I don't know anything inside it. I just pass it and do my work and go. But I think that just this mark here now, I think is the hash of either the system's CPU, serial number, or anything. If they're hashing things from the laptop, then combine it with the salt to generate the security key for you. Sure. Not anything you can remember, Shai, because you're still going to pass it when you want to deploy. So next is to yes. Actually, this will not work. This will not work. Are you fixing my screen?
No.
Don't worry, I'm coming. Don't worry. I made one.
You have to fix that.
It's not like I don't trust you guys. So.
You try us.
I saw it being recorded. So
Exactly. You get.
that you have shown.
It's for security purposes. I'm back online now. So after you have added the keys, you have to fetch the account that you're going to use. So the way to fetch it is to follow this. Wow. The way to fetch the account is to follow this command here. But this one now will require an RPC. So you're going to pass an RPC. I'm going to just go and get one from Juno. So I think this is one of the most reliable RPC on Starknet. This one, Nethermine. So I just send the link so you guys can use it. Did you get the listing? So it's free and it's very fast. One of the most reliable RPC on Starknet. So if you want to deploy on mainnet, use the first one. If you look where you see that the right mainnet inside. But if you want to deploy on Sepolia, Goeli, all of us know now Goeli is no longer working. So it has been duplicated. So you now use only Sepolia. Copy the link. This is what I was talking about before. So for you to like declare contract or deploy, you have to use Starknet or Starknet. That's why you are for the keys now. To import the keys now, you have to use Starknet. Now to even import the account to the Starknet that you are going to use. Account fetch. Then fetch, you paste the address or the wallet address that you are going to use to deploy. So I copy my address. You know? Paste. And display flag. Without PC. So are we seeing it? If okay. Okay, your Starlink is going to go offline. Okay, it will not go off. Oh, okay. So first thing here, if the account you want to use to deploy your contract is not, if it's not deployed on Sepolia, you cannot fetch it from here because the only deployed account can be fetched using the stack line. Do you get it? Yeah, because before you can use any account on Starknet, actually, all the accounts on Starknet are smart contract accounts. There's nothing like EOA on Starknet. They have told you before, Abby? Yes or no?
Yes.
Good. We don't have externally owned account on Starknet. Everything is smart contract account. So before you can use your wallet to do anything, you must deploy it first. So this one worked because I've deployed it already. So if you want to deploy, your wallet, do you know how to deploy? If you just created a new wallet on Starknet using maybe Agent or Bravos, do you know how to deploy it?
So I don't know how to deploy it.
Just send, okay, go to any faucet. If you go through your wallet, you see here the right, like deposit fund, follow it, you see faucet or anything. Go to the faucet, then get some test tokens. Let me see if the stuff is here. See it now. If you're using Bravos, get ETH or stack from Starknet token faucet. So if you click on it, it will take you to their website, so you can get some testnet
How
tokens.
did you get to this place?
Okay, just click on deposit. Do you get it? The person asking the question.
Yeah, I clicked on
Uh-huh.
deposit, but I can't see what you're
Yes.
seeing.
Are you using agent?
I'm using Bravos.
Uh-uh. Are you on testing at your mainnet? Check here if it's on Sepolia or mainnet.
Okay, Sepolia, yes, Sepolia.
If you see it, unless maybe you're using another different version. But then you can still just Google Starknet faucet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So the way to deploy your wallet is just to send small money from maybe the easiest thing is to create two accounts. You have account one and account two. So from your account one, just send like 0.0001 token to your account two. Also send it to another wallet. If you deploy your wallet automatically for you.
Activate the account again.
I doubt. Money, real money. Yes. It's not expensive, just like it's less than highest $1 or so. It's not expensive. There's no time. I only have like 5 minutes. So after you have imported your account and after you have set your keys, the next thing is to declare the contract. The next thing is to declare the contract. So just partly use declare, then target. This target div is this file, this folder here. Are you following? Passing the target because what you want to actually declare and deploy is this file inside here. So you pass in to access this file, you set the path, you pass the folder name, pass the second folder, then you get the stuff inside. So target dev project 2020 contract class JSON. I said before, what you need is the contract class, just this. So these ones, I think there are for other purposes, but the one you need is this. Copy. That's just, yes, the part, yes. So the project you are seeing here is the name of this folder. Yes. So the name of your own folder is what, just follow this thing like this. Even if you hover yourself, you see this thing beneath. Yeah, so put this open. This, this. So this key store now is asking for this key here. Do you get? passing the flag, the key store flag, then key store, you put this keys that you imported. Then do account flag. Then do ACCT. You can use any name you want. It's not more that it must be either keys or account. If you like, you can do write account in full or write key store in full. Anything you want, you can put there. It doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is that you pass the exact thing here on the CL line. Are you following?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So it's not asking for the password. So that the password that you use to set your key store is not that you're going to need it. Pass it and then yes. Class hash declared. Are we seeing it? Now, let's say you want to like do library calls to this contract. Just copy this class hash, pass it as a parameter inside that function, and then make the calls. It will be. But then the normal library calls is like delegate call. I don't explain it well. Library calls on Starknet, they are like delegate calls because the contract here, this class hash is not deployed, so it doesn't have any state. You know what is state, Abby? All of us know, Abby. There's no state for any class hash. The only time the state is assigned to any contract is when it's deployed on chain after deployment. Then I'm the we're together. Looking at this one. So it's only after you deploy that you get your state. Otherwise, it's only class hash. And then one thing I'll do, I don't need to even stop myself about delegate calls. All of us know about delegate calls. The context here on the delegate call is not the contract they are calling. It's the caller. I think two of us. So when you are making library calls on Starknet, the state that is being updated is not the contract you are calling. It's the own contract that is making the call. Are we getting this now? So the class hash has been declared here. It has been uploaded on the protocol on Starknet network. Yeah, you can access it, you can do everything, and you can deploy this particular class hash a million times. Like once you have a class hash, you don't have to like start deploying it again. One class hash can easily deploy any number of contracts you want. You get it?
I mean, you just don't say contract address. It's one, the guys had called for a particular contract. That's one. You know, the particular contract.
Class hash is for a particular contract. But then, deploying contract, you can deploy it as many times as you want. Same contract, same byte code, different contract addresses.
Why would you deploy?
It's your business now. What's concerning you? If you want to be deploying your contract, I use something like
Or same contract address.
different contract addresses. So the thing is, let me just break it down. It's like I can't remember that kind. It's like okay, the same maybe you buy 10 packs of sugar. You put all of them on the shelf. This one now, okay, this is the location of this one. You return the maybe you write location 1 on it. You put another sugar pack of sugar location. It's the same way you are deploying different addresses, the same contract hash. Are we getting it?
Yes.
So that address you are seeing, that one you're right, is just the hash. They hash the location and bring down the contract address for you. Then add OX in front.
One actually said like
Yes.
same contract address. That you can make this and it's the same contract address. So now that we are deploying that it's
You tell the people when you change the code base, go and tell them that okay, oh, this is I've changed the same address, calling the same contract with different logic totally. I'm talking about when you upload it now. Yes.
So can I copy this address? Can I copy this address and send to somebody to call it some machine?
No. You can once you have the class hash, I can copy any class hash online and deploy on my system. So watch now. Wait. Deploy now is accepting the class hash that we just declared. Are we seeing it? So we are now passing that. I just copied it first. We are passing that class hash as an argument on the CL line. Is it parameter? Yeah, the constructor. Oh. You see it. I had not passed the contract address of the owner. That's why it's returning error. No. You have to deploy. I pass argument. I pass the contract address.
Yes.
No, the ABI will not change because what you have in the constructor is not a concrete variable. It's just a parameter. So the ABI still has that. Okay, you are supposed to pass parameter here.
Yeah, wasn't the folder address inside
CLR.
the CLR?
Yes.
I use it.
Is Sepulia. If you like go and hack testnet account, it's just suffer in vain. So the contract is deployed. I just passed the argument, and then once straight away it's deployed. So you know, it's stressful. It's not stressful for me. So in one distance, so if you have arguments on the constructor, you have to pass it in the CLI. So it's simple like that. If it's string, like if it's felt data type, I think you have to put this to indicate that it's felt, like double quotes. If it's integer, just pass it like that. If it's address, just like that. They don't finish. Any question? Online people? Yes. It's there to control himself. I can't even carry out these things in my head. I have family problems. Any other question? Online people, if you have any question, now is the time. Our time starts now and ends now. Who is that thing? I can't believe this has been 3 hours. Come on. No question back.
Good night, sir.
Good night, good night, good night. Sadi, better person. Omo,
So after running this katana, so I just want to see a light. That's the light.
just follow the command on that.
No, like after this shot,
Uh,
I want katana.
just write
You know,
katana.
those others, they write video. So now like that.
No, don't need that. Don't need
I don't
that.
like katana. Then after katana, the see together, they don't want that command. And you place it on the screen. Stop.
Is this
One last
stack line?
You want to have to do the same. Stack the
Stack
CLI.
Follow that my article. You will see steps to install stack line. It's there too. Good night, everybody. We are done for today. So this is my first and last class, unfortunately.
And also, sorry, this katana disabled thing, I have to learn it.
No, you don't need it. If you like, shall put it, but I think it's still wrong without it.
Drop your Twitter.
Oh, okay.
So the username you sent to the chat that time, is it Telegram?
Yeah, it's Telegram.
Okay.
So, see you
Thank you.
guys. Actually, it's not so good because you're not going to see it. So I'm done. Other guys will continue from where I stopped. Thank you guys for coming to my TED Talk.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.